The West Philippine Sea is the Philippines' lifeblood, feeding millions, fueling the economy, and anchoring national pride. Stretching across turquoise waters and dotted with islands, it is a region of immense natural beauty and strategic importance. For generations, its bounty has shaped the lives and dreams of countless Filipinos. It's a vital source of food and jobs, sustaining coastal communities and bustling markets. Every day, thousands of fishermen set out before dawn, braving the open sea to provide fresh catch for families across the nation. The livelihoods of entire villages depend on these waters, making the sea not just a resource but a way of life. Beneath its waves lie untapped reserves of oil and natural gas, resources that could power the nation's future. These hidden treasures offer hope for energy independence, promising to reduce reliance on foreign imports and to drive economic growth for decades to come. Control over these waters means energy security and economic stability. Whoever holds sway here can shape the destiny of the Philippines, ensuring that its people have the resources they need to thrive in an ever-changing world. The sea is also a global trade superhighway. Disruptions here ripple across the world. Over a third of global shipping passes through these waters, carrying goods, fuel, and food to distant shores. Any threat to this vital artery could impact economies far beyond the Philippines. For the Philippines, ensuring freedom of navigation is crucial, not just for itself but for the global economy. Safe passage through these waters guarantees that trade flows smoothly, supporting jobs and prosperity both at home and abroad. The West Philippine Sea is woven into Filipino identity, a domain visited by generations of sailors and fishermen. Their stories, struggles, and triumphs are etched into the waves, connecting past and present in a shared heritage that endures. Defending these waters is about sovereignty, dignity, and standing up for one's home. It is a matter of protecting not just territory but the rights and future of every Filipino who depends on the sea. For every Filipino, from the bustling streets of Manila to the smallest coastal village, the West Philippine Sea is more than territory. It's a legacy to protect. It is the backdrop of daily life, a source of hope and a symbol of unity for the nation. It's a matter of national survival and pride. The flag that waves over these waters is a reminder of the sacrifices made to defend them and the determination to safeguard them for future generations. This is why the West Philippine Sea matters, because it is the heart of a nation, a source of strength, and a promise for tomorrow. The West Philippine Sea has become the front line in a high-stakes geopolitical contest, where the balance of power in Southeast Asia is being tested every day. Here, a David versus Goliath struggle unfolds on the waves, as small Philippine patrol boats bravely confront the imposing might of China's vast maritime fleet. The Philippines, armed with both legal and historical claims to these waters, finds itself up against China's sweeping nine-dash line, a claim that covers almost the entire South China Sea, and an ever-expanding military presence that grows more assertive by the day. Chinese vessels now routinely shadow, block, and intimidate Filipino boats, turning what was once a simple act of fishing into a daily gamble with safety and livelihood. For many Filipino fishermen, the sea that once provided for their families has become a place of fear and uncertainty. Massive Chinese island-building projects have transformed once pristine reefs into heavily fortified military outposts, complete with airstrips, radar domes, and missile batteries. These artificial islands now serve as forward bases, raising the stakes for the entire region and threatening the freedom of navigation that so many nations depend on. In 2016, the Philippines achieved a landmark legal victory at The Hague, when an international tribunal ruled in its favor and invalidated China's sweeping claims. This decision was celebrated as a triumph for international law and the rights of smaller nations. But China flatly rejected the ruling, refusing to recognize the court's authority. The Philippines was left with the law on its side but little real power to enforce it against a much larger and more powerful neighbor. The result is a tense and dangerous standoff, with Filipino forces often outmatched and the established rules of the sea under constant threat. Each encounter carries the risk of escalation, and the world watches anxiously. For many in the Philippines, the legal victory now feels hollow, as China continues its aggressive tactics, and the daily reality for those who depend on the sea grows ever more precarious. Yet, despite the overwhelming odds, the Philippines stands firm. Its sailors and fishermen remain resolute, determined to defend their rights and their way of life, even as the shadow of a superpower looms ever larger on the horizon. the struggle for the West Philippine Sea is far from over. As tensions simmer and the world's attention turns to these contested waters, the outcome remains uncertain and the stakes could not be higher. The Philippine Navy's fleet is a testament to resilience, but it's mostly made up of aging, second-hand ships. Many vessels date back to World War II, leaving sailors to defend vast waters with outdated technology. Lacking modern radar, missiles, and communications, the Navy is stretched thin across one of the world's longest coastlines. Patrolling the entire maritime domain is nearly impossible, creating gaps exploited by illegal fishers and foreign intruders. In confrontations, Filipino patrols can only document and protest. They lack the means to enforce their rights. The imbalance is stark. Filipino forces are often forced into a defensive posture. The need for modernization is urgent and undeniable. Without new ships, the Philippines cannot truly protect its waters. The time for change has come. Recognizing the urgent need, the Philippine government launched a bold naval modernization program. The goal: build a minimum credible defense, not to match China, but to deter aggression and protect national interests. The Armed Forces Modernization Program shifted focus from old, donated ships to acquiring new, purpose-built warships. Partners like South Korea and Israel now supply advanced frigates and patrol craft tailored to Philippine needs. This investment signals resolve to Filipinos and the world that the nation is serious about defending its sovereignty. Modernization is more than hardware, it's a statement of national pride and determination. The Philippines is no longer a passive bystander in its own backyard. The era of a new Navy has begun. The introduction of new warships marks a significant technological leap, transforming the Philippine Navy's capabilities in unprecedented ways. These vessels are not just new additions, they represent a new era of maritime defense and strategic presence. Armed with cutting-edge anti-ship and surface-to-air missiles, these ships can now effectively deter and respond to threats from a considerable distance. This capability ensures that potential adversaries think twice before encroaching on Philippine waters. Sophisticated radar, sonar, and electronic warfare suites provide crews with a comprehensive view of the maritime domain. These tools are essential for defense, allowing the Navy to detect and neutralize threats before they escalate into crises. It's akin to upgrading from a simple flashlight to a powerful floodlight. Threats are identified and countered long before they can develop into serious issues, ensuring the safety of the nation's waters. These ships are designed to be interoperable with those of allies, allowing for seamless coordination in joint patrols and exercises. This interoperability enhances the Navy's ability to work alongside international partners. The Navy is now an integral part of a broader security network, multiplying its strength and reach. This network is crucial for maintaining stability in the region. The new fleet is not just about firepower, it's about instilling confidence, providing deterrence, and fostering regional cooperation. These ships symbolize a commitment to peace and stability. Filipino sailors can now patrol with a renewed sense of pride, knowing they have the advanced tools necessary to protect their nation's waters and uphold its sovereignty. The message is clear and resolute: the Philippines is prepared and determined to defend its maritime rights and interests. The balance of power in the region is shifting, with the Philippines taking a more assertive stance in safeguarding its maritime territories. The future of the West Philippine Sea is being rewritten, with the Philippine Navy playing a pivotal role in shaping the narrative of peace and security in these strategic waters. Modern warships give the Philippines credible deterrence, forcing aggressors to think twice. Chinese vessels can no longer operate with impunity. The risk of escalation is real. The Navy can now escort fishermen and resupply outposts with greater security, deterring harassment. It's a game changer. Filipinos can assert sovereignty, not just react to threats. The move inspires other Southeast Asian nations to invest in their own defenses, strengthening regional resolve. Greater cooperation among ASEAN members becomes possible as nations realize the power of unity. Allies like the US, Japan, and Australia welcome a stronger Philippine Navy, deepening security partnerships. Joint exercises and intelligence sharing become more meaningful, enhancing collective security. The new ships are not just Philippine assets. They're part of a broader effort to uphold a rules-based order. The region is watching, and the stakes have never been higher. The Philippines is no longer alone in its stand. For coastal Filipinos, new warships mean hope and protection. Fishermen can return to traditional grounds without fear, securing their livelihoods. A stronger navy deters illegal activities, safeguarding both economic interests and marine resources. The potential for oil and gas exploration grows, promising national prosperity. Modern ships boost national pride, showing Filipinos they are no longer helpless. Environmental protection improves as the Navy cracks down on destructive practices. The investment is about more than defense, it's about securing a future for millions. The West Philippine Sea's bounty can now be protected for generations. The Philippines' naval upgrade sends ripples across Southeast Asia. Other claimant states are encouraged to strengthen their own defenses, fostering regional cooperation. ASEAN's bargaining power grows, and joint patrols become more feasible. China must now reconsider its tactics as the cost of aggression rises. Global allies see the Philippines as a stronger, more equal partner in maintaining regional security. The move shifts alliances from dependency to partnership, upholding a rules-based order. The region is entering a new era of collective security. The Philippines' stand inspires others to defend their own blue backyards. The Philippines' new navy is a bold step toward peace and security in the West Philippine Sea. Modern ships provide deterrence and empower diplomats, strengthening the nation's voice. The ultimate goal is not conflict, but a stable, rules-based environment for all. Defense and diplomacy must go hand in hand. For Filipinos, this is a moment of hope and pride, a promise to protect their home and future. The journey is about more than ships, it's about charting a destiny free from fear. The Philippines sails forward, determined to defend its blue backyard. The story of the West Philippine Sea is still being written by a nation that refuses to back down.